There once was an amendment made to protect any human's right to privacy, which included the right to an abortion if they so choose. In June 2022, the case that made abortion safe and legal, also known as Roe v. Wade, was overturned, which left the choice of what women can do with their bodies up to their governments. With the fate of women's health in the hands of politicians who are not doctors, abortion rights must be saved. For abortion is a basic human right, my body, my choice, and it can be life-threatening to women if not easily accessible in emergency situations. With that being said, let's begin with the first topic of conversation with some backstory. On January 22nd, 1973, 7 of the 9 court justices agreed that because of the 14th Amendment, which claims no state shall deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, according to BrennanCenter.org, abortions were to be included under the amendment in a legal and safe manner. This means that abortion was now a human right, an immovable force, and a step towards a brighter future for women and continuing their own health control without a stranger's permission. All was well in the land of women's rights until it wasn't, when the US actually decided to leap years into the past and revoke a woman's right to her own bodily autonomy. Like I mentioned in the introduction, Roe v. Wade was overturned, which was a major disappointment and like moving backwards in time. As a society, as a country, don't we want to be moving forward, trying to improve and advance? A very well-known slogan of the abortion, or should I say pro-choice movement, which is my body, my choice, means just as it implies. With your body, you get to make your own choices. But now, the movement is trying to steer clear of said slogan because of a group of anti-vaxxers who have decided to reclaim it as their own. People refusing to wear masks or get vaccinated, which is about other people's lives, not just their own, have taken over my body, my choice to show the government that they have freedom and are allowed to do whatever they want with their bodies, according to NPR.org. My body, my choice makes sense for abortion, as it is just your body, no one else's. So no one should get a say but the woman carrying the fetus. But in the case of anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers, they refuse to mask up or vaccinate, and that's hurting others, which is why it's okay for the government to step in such situations. When the government is allowed to say when I can or can't live because of a potentially fixable issue, including the removal of a fetus, not only are my freedoms being taken away, but my health care is being taken away too. There's a multitude of health factors that could affect a pregnancy, or the opposite, multiple factors due to pregnancy that are imposing health problems on the expecting mother. An example of this, according to PlannedParenthood.org, would have to be an ectopic pregnancy. These pregnancies involve the fetus developing outside of the fallopian tubes and can cause internal bleeding, infection, and death. Most women decide to abort the fetus when they find out they are having an ectopic pregnancy because death is such a high risk factor. Without abortion being safe and legal in every state, some women have no other option than to just wait for their impending demise. I don't understand why abortion is such a controversial subject when it affects no one but the woman carrying the egg. Their health comes first before all. This shouldn't be a topic up for debate, because if it doesn't directly affect or hinder you, you have no business in their business. In conclusion, the US has gone backwards in time by taking away abortion rights and should be ready for the wrath of women that composes Gen Z. Abortion is a basic human right that all deserve access to. It is still my body, my choice, and a potential lifesaver to women in pregnancies where they have to make those life or death decisions. Although sometimes a hard subject to stomach, abortion is a useful tool, and the pro choice movement isn't about killing babies, it's about women having their own human rights and being able to freely do what they want with their body.